Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Look at headlines for Saturday, March the 7th. Tournament action. We'll cover the board right off the bat. Listen, all right, at Mr. Sean Higgs on the X. YouTube channels, Picks and Parlays in the house tonight, joining us. Hopefully somebody will watch on Winners and Whiners. Trying to get Winners and Whiners back on track. I'm very disappointed. Like, we used to get views over there for midday money. Same with Picks and Parlays. I get like 5 people watching. Whatever. Sean Higgs YouTube always. Mr. Sean Higgs on the X. iHeartRadio podcast after the fact if you're interested in. This is the one you want to listen to, right? The Look Headline Show, whether it's for NFL on Sunday nights or if we do it on Wednesday when the lines first come out for that Wednesday. But listen, tournament stuff, this is what we do. This is all how it started 5 years ago. So there's that. Twitter, plays are posted. There you go. I got to say, I'm a little annoyed at myself here. You're always going to leave a winner out. Like, you're like, oh, man, that's fine. I can live with that because then you're like, well, you have probably some of the losers. I'm just doing it to myself because I had 3 games right off the bat that I loved. Yesterday I bet right. What's the lines go up? 6, 5, 6 o'clock at night. I'm on them. Boom. Games bet. I added 2 more after the show. They went 3-2. Lipscomb, loser. Citadel, winner. North Dakota, winner. Stetson, winner. West Georgia, loser. Or a push. If I would have put in today, I would have got a push at 8. I ended up with a loser at 7 and 6.5 or whatever. My added games all lost. Bunch of losers. Bellarmine, Sacred Heart, Belmont. Last night in Belmont, I was like, 11. I jumped on today at a worse number. I added those 3 games, and I take the donut. Your first look at the board in it's going to be right. I've been doing this a long time. Bet, 1990 was my first bet, sophomore year of high school. Betting stuff. Stupid. So a 3-2 day turned into a 3 and 5 day. And that was after I went 8-2 last night. And 6-4 the day before. And 2-1 the day before that. And they do something stupid. And then as I'm going over the card tonight, I'm like, all right, I kind of like this one. I got a bunch of games for tomorrow for you. I'm gonna go over. We'll hit all the tournaments as well. I gotta give a thank you, Michael B. First quarter, Michael B. I teased him the other day because he came last night like doing first quarter. I said, listen, I ain't doing the first quarters tonight. Take care of that in the morning on midday money. So he gave the Raptors out on Monday. The Raptors. So I took it and I gave him some crap. Like, oh, thanks for that loser, Mike. And then he had Denver and the Heat today, first quarter winners. First thing I checked, it was Miami cashed. Miami Heat was a winner first quarter, and then Denver had just started. They were up 7-4, but that turned out to be a winner as well. Michael B., my guy. Thank you. All right. Let's get into the mix. Let's get into the mix here with everything. I got a bunch of games I'll give out in a second. I'm going to start in tournament time because I just realized I was going to add the lines and stuff in. I realized I didn't have a America East one saved. And I'm like, oh, no. What? Terrible. So I'm going to start America East. I didn't add a banner to that. So my apologies to the America East. And I was like, 10 comments already. What the heck's going on in here? King D's in the house. Winners, please. Michael, don't you sweat it, Phil. I got you covered. Give me like 2 minutes. We're going to run them down. I'll do every bracket, and then I'm going to put I'll even scroll the games I like. I'll put them in the comments section for you, or if you're on Twitter, you can see them right now. I'll get to them. Longwood Live, dogs dying on too. Yeah. Jake's in the house. How about anyone on Charles Southern plus 4.5? One of the worst beats I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. My guy Wes, Miami Ohio survives by the hair of their chinny chin chin. Did they? The last 3 times I had, and I went against them against Western Michigan, Wes. Follow my guy Sniper Picks, folks. If you're on the X. The Western Michigan game, I took a money line here in the chat on midday money, and then I'd even put in I should have had them on 12 too. Either way, whatever. The money line lost, and then the next game was the same thing. I'm like, I'll go a little, money line and split it out with the spread covered there. Another one. I'd love to see him go undefeated. Akron's favored. If you look at the current odds, Akron is favored in the MAAC next Thursday when that one pops up. Oh, Mr. Westers. A very young, powerful, wise man. Did I mention young? This guy's always got jokes aging me out here. Brian Nunn is asked, Miami, Ohio was a heck of a game. Yep. We're on my thanks for giving out Florida every week. Come on, bro. This is like Mr. Numbers kind of stuff you come in here with this. Any thoughts on Tennessee? Vandy tomorrow. I was thinking about playing with Tennessee. Nothing really strong, either way with that game. No particular great feel. I think the line is where it should be. I mean, I will leave Tennessee at home, but I'm not Bennett. I give and give. The people are obstinate and unrepentant. Look at Mr. Whiskers, big words. I got you covered, Michael. I got you with these games. Northern Iowa winner. I still got them in here. With where are they? Northern Iowa. There you go. Plus 475. Merrimack's still alive. Western Carolina goes tomorrow. Northern Colorado tomorrow. Gator ATS is Mr. Numbers getting paid. There we go. Gator ATS. Yes. All right. That's your new name, Gators ATS. Let's, you know what? For Mike C, we got a new Mike in the house, Mr. Camp. So for our guy, we're going to go right into the picks for tomorrow because that's how I roll. They're in the comments section. They're on the YouTube. Excuse me. Yeah, yes, there they are on YouTube. YouTube comment section, and they're on the X. And here you go. Here we all are. Games I like tomorrow. Bakersfield plus 9.5. Hampton plus 6.5. And a little further down on the list there, Sacramento State plus 6.5. These will all fit into our underdog play since January the 8th. That is 132.95 for plus $2,375. Bakersfield 9.5, Hampton 6.5, and Sacramento State fit that category. We got New Hampshire up here plus 12.5, Bryan plus 13.5. They will go into the ugly category. They went 1-3 to the uglies after a 5-1 day. They are 76-70 minus 480. Bryan to New Hampshire as underdogs since January 8th. Not just them two, but fitting my small bad conference. They fit that bill, but it's 76-70 minus 480. Now the other games here. Northern Arizona, that's more of a close call. Close calls are 79-72 minus $90, but I like Northern Arizona plus 4.5. Western Carolina, let's go 2.5. Missouri. Now we'll get to some big schools that people like the big stuff. They like the big boys. And the big boy betting this year has gone to the tune of 161 and 150 plus 355. I'll have all the numbers up tomorrow because I just loaded all these up, and it's 200 characters, and I didn't want to do 3 different banners because I don't have enough banner space, so they got all these tournament banners up here. That being said, Missouri minus 1.5 here to start the day versus Arkansas. Houston, I'm going to lay it here on the road to the smack around Oklahoma State. Iowa State, they got to get right. 2 bad losses. You're coming home. This is more just of a spot where you got to win, and you got a team coming in that is off of a big win themselves, right? I mean, you win this game here. You're in a spot you just got manhandled, and Arizona State's coming off a nice big win of their own at home, hitting the road. Get in that win column. Wisconsin plus 8.5. Purdue, what are we doing? How? Again, I should probably take Purdue because I don't know why the heck they're laying 8.5. Who's laying 8.5 with Purdue? Not me. I'll take Wisconsin. If it goes down, I will tip my cap to Purdue. They have struggled the last month plus, I think. Look at the scores. Let's. You don't even have to, because you know what? I'm going to click on Purdue and I'm going to tell you how the heck they did. Northwestern 70-66. Somehow that's a nice win for them on the road. Okay. 82-74 loser at Ohio State. 76-74 loser at Michigan State. You beat Indiana by 30. Nice win there. Before that, Michigan got you 91-80. You beat Iowa before that, 78-57. Nice 20-point win. You had an OT game versus Nebraska. You came back and won that one. 68-64 versus Oregon. Again, you crushed a bad Maryland team by 30. But look at that. UCLA, Illinois, Indiana. 3 straight losses. I mean, you got some wins in there. A couple dominant wins. But you got some close wins that you're pulling rabbits out of hats. Going back to January 20th, they're what? 3-4-3, 4-4, 4-4, 5-4, 6-4, 7-4, 7-6. 7-6, and you could flip a couple of these. Even a loss, I mean, 69-67, you could have won that. 88-82, you could have won that. 72-67, could have won that. But you could have lost 68-64 and 80-77 in overtime and 70-66, 83-75. I mean, you're playing close games. And you wanna lay 8.5? No. Why am I blurry? I'm just looking at the screen. What is happening here? Let's bring up the white sheet and fix this. There we go. Not even moving that much. I'm offending my camera. Offending the camera. All right. Let's AOD is in the house. Good to see AOD. Missouri. No locks from Dylan, but I like his Missouri pick here. Gave out Duke 16.5 and Bama with Allie today. Duke laying a big number against North Carolina. And Alabama with an 8.5 piece. I mean, I can do that versus Auburn because I want to see Auburn just get destroyed so I don't have to hear about them sort of making a tournament. Evan, Purdue not top 10 team for sure. Yeah, and I know like you want to jump into the metrics and those kind of analytics of it with Kempom, Bartovic, or Haslam, whoever, and they're still a good rated team. That's fine. I'm not saying they aren't a good, but the way they're playing, that's a month of you're 8.5. No. Yeah, Michael B's in the house. The eggs, Wisconsin plus 8.5. Just PayPal me and the little darlings instead. Better use of our money. Little darlings, huh? You do a little darlings. Let's check out how. Let's see little darlings. They got a website. See, these places should just have like a whole thing of who's on that day. Let's see. We got great names here. We got Locals Monday, Blackout Wednesdays, Lady Luck Tuesdays, Lingerie Sundays, Fantasy Team Field Show weekends. There we go. Fill out the form for your exclusive VIP pass. There you go. There you go, Mr. Whiskers. We're going. 9-time champs as Miami, Ohio plays first round of the NCAA by 15. Give me whoever they play. Are they making the tournament? That's the talk. That's the cool talk on the X. Mike goes 3-1. Nuggets first quarter, Heat first quarter. Mike, that was one of the first things I said when I started the show. Go back and listen. I gave you crap on money for the Raptors on Monday for that Raptors pick, and you came through with a champ today, 2-0. NJIT and Maine, we're going to get to these in a second. I'm going to hit these comments right here. Which three teams have a high win percentage? For what do you mean? Locals Monday, yeah. Great game between Ohio and Miami. Everybody liked it. Everybody liked that game. Everybody. Oh, Dylan, here we go. You really going to come in with the locks for me? Where's Dylan's record? Dylan, 31-24 minus 130. Vandy plus 4.5. Mid-Tenny plus 1.5. Wagner plus 7. We got a Wagner line. I'll be on Wagner. Baker, Hampton, and Sacramento. So of those three, which team has the highest win percentage? I don't know. I mean, definitely not Baker's. The Bakersfield is 8-23. So we got a nice 8-23 team going who's 12-17 against the spread in Bakersfield. For Mike actually loves Sacramento State. That's his baby. They are 10-20. Sacramento State is 10-20. So there is that for them with a 12-15 ATS mark. And then on the Hamsters, Little Hampton out of the Colonial. They'll always be the Colonial Athletic, not the Coastal. Hampton is rocking a 13-18 overall record, but 16-13 ATS. So I guess Hampton would be the cream of the crop there. Under for NJIT. Mike loves Virginia Tech against Virginia. Mizzou, yes. Colorado State. I didn't look at Colorado State. Texas, what do we got here, says Jake? LSU stinks. Is that what we got here, Jake? We got a bad Texas team? Let's where's my little screen here? I got to see what time they're playing because I'm up on the board here. Oh, no, hold on. Whoa. Texas is playing Oklahoma. Is that Texas A&M playing LSU? Is that what we got here? Maybe I got to Texas A&M versus LSU. LSU 15-15, 17-13 ATS. They're getting it done now. January 3rd, Texas A&M 75-72 win. They've won 4 in a row, 6 of 7. Taking care of business, though. 5-5 ATS in the series, though. They come in 4-6. They just beat Kentucky, so they're off a big win. Last road game, Arkansas got them by 15, 99-84. LSU's lost 2 in a row. They got a win over Ole Miss. Before that, there's a nice 5-game losing streak. And this is it. This is the end of the line for the regular season. Does this help them here for A&M? A win here will catapult them to 11 wins, which, depending how everybody else does, they can be tied for 4th. Tied for the 4th spot in the conference. LSU with a lovely 3-14 record in conference play. They're terrible. Texas A&M, we get it. Mikey Williams not playing for Sacramento State. Don't bet him. Big games. We're going to take care of them. So LSU in person the other night. They're awful. LSU does stink, but very unpredictable. So they've lost, 6 of 8, I just said? We really going to run it. We really wanted to take LSU. 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, and that was an overtime game. 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, 1-7, 2-7, another overtime. 2-8, 2-9, 2-10, 2-10. Their last 12 games with 2 overtime wins on the road. They were favored though on one of those. A 3.5-point favorite in South Carolina, they won in overtime, and a 1.5-point underdog versus Ole Miss, and they won in overtime. Not interested in any LSU. No, thank you. Drake, we're going to get to Drake. Dylan likes the over in Drake. Drake over 144.5. It's on your list of locks. What is the NC line? I was going to lay Duke 17.5. It is a big Duke line. Is it 17? I thought it was 14. Maybe it is 17. Duke. 17.5. Iowa State team total over could be a good look. It's just a spot for you got destroyed twice, and now you got a team who's coming off a big win over Kansas at home and now they're on the road. You should win. Lane is in the house, a little late night money. You know how we roll. LSU's coach will be actually after the season. We can bring Will Wade back from NC State. I think he's going to go back. The Lane and Wade show, Lane Kiffin and Will Wade. Let's get to it. These are the games for tomorrow. I got them up on the X. I'll have all of the records for tomorrow's show for Midday Money. And there we go. Is the Missouri Valley wide open now? I don't think so. I mean, it's wide open to somebody, maybe not to somebody else. I mean, I had Northern Iowa winning, so I didn't think Belmont was going to win anyway. Northern Iowa is crushing right now, 52-37. Looks safe they'll move on here. Let's get to the conferences. Jake likes our Kansas team total over. Cheapest ticket to get in the door for Duke is $1,700. Oh, really now? UNLV is covering? It's the line. You're alive here. I mean, the 10 might be in jeopardy when you're up 3 with 4 minutes to go, but you never know. A couple fouls here and there. Crap happens. All right, let's get to the tournament games, and then we will move on to tomorrow because I got to load up all my stuff and get some bets in here. CAA, we're starting. Noon start. Let's see if anything's seen moved. Campbell as a 9 seed is favored over Stony Brook here. I like some Campbell action. Give me the Camels to get it done here versus Stony. Drexel 3.5, 139.5 over Northeastern. This line looks a little low, considering Northeastern finally won a game after losing 12 straight. I said there was no way I could bet Northeastern or NCA&T because Northeastern had beaten NCA&T. That was their last win after they lost, or the last win after they lost 12 in a row. 3.5? Can someone tell me what are we missing in this game here? That this is 3.5. I know Drexel's not been all that great, but they're still a 5 seed. I mean, they're 16-15, over 500 for the year, 17-13 ATS. They won 70-61 on February 19th, 83-78 on January 24th on the road. At home. They won by 5 at home and won by 9 on the road. And I mentioned Northeastern finally got a win. I gotta say Northeastern with just 3.5. That's where I would be. Your next up, you have your 7 seed Towson. The Tigers on 6.5 to Hampton. Hampton is the play. We already got it up here on the board. William & Mary, the Tribe, the 6 seed, minus 4.5. Total 164.5. I had these backwards yesterday when I was doing my little look at here. If you watched the last show, I had Towson, I thought would be 4.5, and William & Mary would be 6.5, and they're backwards. They're backwards, or I was backwards. I was wrong. Elon has beaten these guys twice. Again, if it was more points, I'd maybe lean Elon here. Tough one. Tough one there. Again, it would be Hampton number 1, Campbell number 2, Northeastern number 3. In that order. Next up, the SoCon. We're soaking up in the SoCon. The Citadel. We had the Citadel today as a nice doggy winner plus 7 points. They won outright. They're facing the top dogs, East Tennessee State. 14.5 points. I don't know. That's the pass for me. No line for Wilford. Well, here it is. It's up right now. I got Wilford at 3. We have an official line now. It is 3.5. It is 3.5 with a total of 156.5. So we got one up there. I had my line. When you see just the number, no total, that's me. That's my little line that I got, that I'm having my pea-sized brain rolling down a 12-lane highway. Next up, again, so Wilford and Greensboro. This is a where would I be on this matchup here? I don't know. I got to dig a little more into this. I'm going to use it. All right. Now, Samford. 1.5, 146.5. Too many dots in there with the 1.5. I get it. So you got Samford. Oh, I left off Furman. They're playing money earning Furman, by the way. I was wondering why with that. Where'd you go, friends? We got to add the Furman in there. Sorry, I forgot Fermi. That's what happens when you're loading these things up. I like Furman in this spot. Am I gonna get down on it? I don't know. I might have a huge card tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a monster. I mean, I had 10 the other day. I had 10 back-to-back days. And we go 14-6, which is fine. There might be a lot of games tomorrow. Some days you have them. Some days they're like that. Mercer, the 4 seed, 2 and 155.5. Western Carolina, I got them. You saw the little banner earlier when it came down to who we liked, and we grabbed a little Western Carolina to win this guy at 10-1. So I'm sticking with my pick there, and I'm hoping for a nice win. Missouri Valley, here we go. Illinois, Chicago, that is. 5.5, 144.5 versus the 10 seed Drake. You got to lean Drake the way they're playing right now. And let's be honest, we're going to have a Bramley versus Northern Iowa, because Northern Iowa is just totally in control right now. Absolutely crushing they're having a nice little night. Now, here's the thing here. Do we start looking now, when you're having a dominant game like this, and 2 nice games, actually, for Drake. You have a nice win over Belmont for Drake. You took care of Southern Illinois in a dogfight. Now you're facing Illshy. Third game for you. Illinois had ran with Murray, put up their points. Are your legs going to get to you in this one now? You're normally not a team that scores 100 points. That's not your MO. This year you played Illinois Chicago 80-70. You lost to them at home. You lost to them on the road 74-67. I mean, it looks like I want to take them. I'm not going to lie. I want to take Drake. Can we take Drake? That's the question. Can we take him? This is going to. I'm torn on this one. I'm torn. I'm not going to lie. All right, next game we got the again, Northern Iowa is going to be rolling out in this guy versus Bradley. The Braves. They face Northern Iowa. In Northern Iowa, 61-49. Northern Iowa. At home, 75-69. Obviously, you look like you want to jump on another under here. But like I said, you got a game tonight where it's 59-43. It's going to play right into one of these 75-59, 75-60 kind of games. Are they going to have enough in the tank in the second half? The back-to-backs, they get you. They get you. I mean, you played Thursday. Here we are Friday night. I mean, ugh. It is so hard because I want to take this Northern Iowa squad again. You are the late game. It'll be what, the 5 o'clock game, 6 o'clock game, whatever it is tomorrow. Drake and Illshy early. Drake, Illshy, Bradley, Northern Iowa. I want to do it. I want to take them. We got some comments. Where are we at here? Mike didn't get down on San Diego State. Sweating on UNLV. Keep me posted here. The dogs are covering. They better. Missouri Valley games go under again. Yeah, they go under. I'm leaning Cuse first half, and then they're fighting again tournament. I'll go back to the well again. Syracuse first half. UNLV should get us a cover. Who's the Q, Scott? I don't even know. King D, what do we got here for Syracuse? Syracuse, the orange. Against Pitt. Boy, back in the day, it would have been a good matchup in the Big East. Now, it's crap. Let's go to the MAAC, the AA MAAC attack. MAACtion. Actually, we got to go MAACtion because there's two A's. Marist to Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac, the 4 seed, a 1.5-point favorite, total 130.5. I like Marist. Give me Marist in this one. I like the way they've been playing. Little defense. I like my defenses. Let me look at the old head-to-heads in this fella. Again, you're sticking around. Hit the like button. Comments are open. I'll get to them as I go over these games. Head-to-head. Marist, 71-64, January 24th. Quinnipiac, 64-58 on December the 29th. There is that. Marist comes in 6-4 straight up their last 10, 4-6 ATS. Quinnipiac 5-5, 2-8 ATS. But again, we have a 1 here. It's not like they were laying 8.5 not covering, 8.5 not covering, 6.5 not covering. Now we're talking pick'ems. We're picking them. On the road, Marist 7-7, Quinnipiac 9-7. So there is that. I do not like looking at this and seeing Marist has a 2.5-point dog loser, 2.5-point favorite loser, 1.5-point favorite loser. These kind of close games, they lost all those. Fairfield, MAAC, and Siena. Either way, I'm still Marising it up here. They've given up 56, 63, 70, 67, 81 to MAAC. That's fine. MAAC's the best. 63, 52, 46, 64. Again, a random road game there. 88-86 versus Kinesis. Quinny scored 49 versus MAAC one game. There's 56 versus Niagara. So when the defense comes, they could play some bad games. Again, give me Marist. 3 seed Siena versus Mount St. Mary's. If this was a little more, I like the Mount here. I would take St. Mary's in this matchup. Siena, 2011, nice season. Again, Mount St. Mary's 15-16, though 17-13 ATS, 7-11 on the road. Siena 9-7 on the road. Again, this is in Atlantic City. Head-to-head, Mount St. Mary's won this year 67-50 back on January 11th. They took care of business. They come in 7-3, so they're playing well. 7-3 straight up. 7-3 ATS is fine too. Siena 6-4, 4-6 ATS. Let's go. We're gonna make it a Mount play. We're gonna get on the. We're gonna Mount St. Mary's it up. And then you got MAAC Fairfield going on Sunday. Let's see. They play Eat Poop Pit. What? I want to take a shot on a couple big dogs against some of these teams that are already locked in their spots. Colorado versus Arizona, win or lose their number 1 seed. Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm not taking Arizona tomorrow on the road, laying 14.5 points. But I'm not saying from the standpoint of, they want to lose the game. Because you know what? They're a 1 seed. They might be a 1 seed in the What's It tournament. But you want some wins, Mike. You don't want to. There's no guarantee. Something happens. All of a sudden you get knocked out in the Big 12 or something. You want wins. No, I'm not looking as like, they got a 1 seed. They don't want to play. No, man. This is where the cream rises to the top. These teams you're gonna have teams heading into the NCAAs with like 6, 8, 10 straight wins because they came in winning their last 3 or 4 games. They win 4 or 5 in their conferences or 3, whatever it is, and then they hit the NCAAs. I'm not looking to. It's a no play. I'm not playing on them, but I'm definitely not playing against them. Ohio State, Indiana line stinks. I got nothing on that one. I got nothing. I got some Sun Belt. We could go to the Fun Belt. I am annoyed at myself because I had Georgia Southern in their first game. I didn't play them, of course, the next couple games, and I said to take them as a huge long shot, and I didn't play them myself, so I'm a big dum-dum. and yet they keep on keeping on. Here we go. Sun Belt quarters. Georgia Southern, well, actually, we got Appalachian State, the 4 seed, is a 4.5-point favorite over Southern Miss, 4.5. Coastal opens up 1.5 over Georgia Southern. Total 150.5. So let's just jump into my guys, Georgia Southern here. They lost to Coastal 79-75 in OT on January 17th. They beat them 82-81 in overtime on January the 1st. So there is that. They come in 5-5, 4 straight wins now here in the tournament. This is it. You got 3 straight wins in the tournament here. 88-84, 80-77, 94-85. Close games, close for sure. And here you are in a pick'em versus the 3 seed. You were the 10 seed in a pick'em. We talk about brackets, and this crazy bracket, 7 days, 7 games, and here you are. You came in game 2, 3 in a row. Do you have enough in the tank to take care of business? Do you have it? Southern Miss also. I mean, at least they've got 2 under their belt. They've only played 2. It's an interesting. I want to take them. I want to take Georgia Southern. 1.5. 1.5. Appalachian beat Southern Miss 70-63 on January the 29th. So there is that. Southern Miss again. They won their last game. 2 here in the Sun Belt tournament. That is 3 in a row. That is 5 of 6. 9-1 ATS. 9-1 ATS for them. And Appalachia comes in dropping 3 of their last 4. So you want to give me 4.5? You want to give me 4.5 with Southern Miss? I can do that. And the 1.5 for Coastal. Wow. That is I can't believe it's 1.5. I'm shocked it's that low. I mean, they're still a 10 seed. It's their 4th game in a row. Fourth game in a row to pick them. 3 seeds in a pick them. It's crazy. Craziness. Kenny says Georgetown Moneyline fade Providence. Kim English getting canned. My streak is ready, so I'm out. Have a good one. Have a good one. Oh, your steak. You're eating steak at 10 o'clock at night? Oh, Viking. Sunbelt. On to the big sky now. Northern Arizona. Catch at 4.5 from Idaho State. Tired. Listen, late nights, early mornings at the tournament here. We got that Northern Arizona right plus 4.5, so we're on them. Idaho and Sacramento State. We're grabbing Sacramento State here plus 6.5. Then you'll see your next set of matchups there will be your Portland State's the 1 seed will get the 4-5 winner, and your 2 seed gets the Washington Weber winner there. But I like both dogs in the Big Sky. Summit League, North Dakota State versus Omaha. I'm not seeing any numbers up yet for this one, nor North Dakota St. Thomas. We do have the North Dakota Future roll in there at 3,000. So we're happy about that. If I'm guessing what I think this line will be here, boy, this is tough. Obviously, you got the 1 and 2 seeds. St. Thomas is going to be a sizable favorite. I'm going to say 7 or 8. North Dakota is probably still the same here. North Dakota State over Omaha. I mean, let me look at these head-to-heads real fast. Where's my Summit? Summit head-to-heads. North Dakota State, 92-84 and 70-86 this year. Nebraska comes in on the 7-3 ATS run again. So if we're going to be catching points here, North Dakota State is 8-2 straight up, but just 5-5 ATS. Yeah, we'll definitely take any points with Omaha. And our next matchup with the Tommies and our North Dakota guys, we like our Fighting Hawks. Let's see. North Dakota 81-80, January 29th. 91-80 for St. Thomas. St. Thomas actually won 7 of the last 10 straight up in this series. But again, 3-7 ATS. So we are alive with a dog here. 64 straight up ATS run for North Dakota. Big win. Although St. Thomas 7-3, but 7-3 ATS. So they've been covering 4.5, 11.5, 3.5, 3.5, 12.5, 15, 17.5. They've covered some numbers. So that one, maybe I don't love as much as the Omaha one, but I do like both dogs in this matchup. I do like both dogs here in the Summit. The WCC. We got San Fran playing Portland, and your 6 Pacific will get the winner of tonight's matchup. It's underway, Seattle and San Diego. Where would I be on this? I mean, San Fran's going to be favored, obviously, here. I mean, we're going to have like a 4 on this, something low. I can maybe make a case to take. Okay, I know you hate it because I come in and just say, "Oh, we're going to be taking a dog in this spot and stuff like that." But that's where I will be. I think. Let me do a quick look at their head-to-heads here. San Fran, we're shocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With that 6 in a row, 73-68. This past January the 4th. Although they have not been playing well coming in, 3-7 down the stretch. Portland 5-5 with the win here. That's 3 in a row for them. I'd lean Portland just based on that. Your Ohio Valley Championship will be taking place at 8 o'clock. We know we got Tennessee State in there. Who are they going to be facing? It's not going to be my Martin team. They're already out. They eliminated them. Missouri's up 59-56. That would be nice if Missouri State moves on. We got a comment. Jay says, I want to say I love Short Hicks. Thank you. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you for that. All right. ASUN. Again, no line up yet in the ASUN or in Big South action either. I can't bet Gulf Coast, although they keep covering and hurting me. I say Central Arkansas 3, PA 1. Big South, we're going to have High Point versus Asheville. Winthrop versus Radford. Presby winner. Listen, High Point was a heavy favorite in this. They should take care of Asheville. Patriot, Navy laying 8. At least I think it's going to be. I'm going to like Navy here to come out. You had your scare. I think Navy comes out and wins on Sunday big. And Colgate Lehigh, I have not looked at that game yet. And I forgot a little NEC. LIU and Mercer's. I'm guessing 8 and a 7 in these games. I will be leaning towards the dogs. And the one conference I did not put a bracket up for. My apologies for that. I'm just going to run the put that there for now. I sprinkled Louisville to win the Natty. All stars align, maybe. I'd go somewhere else than Louisville. I lost my America East. I do like New Hampshire here. Catch a 12.5 from Maryland, Baltimore County. Albany is a 2.5 point underdog to Lowell. Bryan plus 13.5 from Vermont. I like the dog there. Maine and NJIT. I got to take the Highlanders because we're Jersey. You see it. We got the Jersey plates on. Got to go for the Highlanders of NJIT. There you go. Every game for Saturday in conference tournament action. And I'll put the regular picks up here in the chat for everybody who I like. And you do as you will. Of course, come back tomorrow, midday money. Maybe there's more added. You never know. Bakersfield plus 9.5. Hampton plus 6.5. New Hampshire plus 12.5. Bryan plus 13.5. Some bigger dogs for you. Sacramento State plus 6.5. Northern Arizona plus 4.5. Smaller dogs. Western Carolina plus 2.5. A tiny dog. And now some favorites for who likes the big schools. Missouri minus 1.5. Houston minus 12.5. Iowa State minus 14.5. Whiskey plus 8.5. And Texas Tech plus 1.5. There you go. Loads of action. Do I have a long shot for the Natty? No. You know why? Because I think it'd just be throwing money away. King D. I mean, you got Duke, Michigan, Florida, Houston, Arizona. Maybe a team like Alabama goes on a run. Michigan State. I don't know. UConn. I mean, what's UConn's out? I mean, is that really a long shot? I think the better teams are just that much better, and there's not going to be much separate. When these lines, when they have these matchups and these lines come out, you're going to know exactly what the books think of these teams, and just the separate. Duke is a 17.5 point favorite over a team tomorrow. Do picks up at the site? No picks up yet. Nothing. Not on YouTube. Don't worry right now. We'll do that afterwards. I could make it. I mean, dude, I don't think they're going to win, though. As much as like Izzo at 5,000. If it was 10,000, I wouldn't do it. I don't think they're winning. I mean, I think your top 5 or 6 teams are just that much better than everybody else. And when it gets to playoff time or tournament time, whatever you want to call it, I don't see crazy upsets. The good teams are going to win. Good teams are going to win. No, they're not that good. I know why they're not good. Because when you go 18 minutes and not score a basket, you got problems. I mean, see, that's kind of low. Like that tells you they're in it. They're in it to win it. 1,600. That's not even gonna pique my interest at all. Japan to win the World Baseball Classic. Well, that's already started. I mean, I got the Dominicans and the Puerto Rican team. I took those two. All right. That's it. An hour on Look at the Lines. Like the old days, doing hour shows nonstop. We're out of here. Happy hunting. Midday Money tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern. Come check it out. And I will see you tomorrow at noon. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.